Hey everyone. So it is September 11th, 2016. And I've decided to start this video log for a couple of reasons. Because Mainly because I actually just moved to London 2 days ago. And while I was actually like researching and figuring out what I was going to do to make this move possible, there was a lot of information out there. But none of it was really complete. So I had to do a bunch of different stops and calls, and it was a process. So I figured there's got to be other people out there just like me. So I thought I would put together this video diary and just kind of talk through everything that I've experienced so that it might help you. So, a little bit of a backstory. I was living in Miami at the start of this year, and it was just myself and my dog, Fancy. And I decided that I would move to London with her earlier this year. The only thing is that um, importing a dog from the US into the UK is a bit of a process because the US has rabies and the UK doesn't. So they're very, very, very stringent about the rules of pets when coming in. And, if you don't follow those rules to the T, there's a chance that your dog could be quarantined for 6 months here in the UK or be shipped back to the US when you arrive. And I didn't like those odds because I didn't want to land and, one small thing be off and they quarantine my dog or ship my dog back or worse, put my dog to death. So I flew home, which is for me the Cayman Islands because that's where I was born. And the Cayman Islands is one of the 6 rabies-free countries, along with the UK, in the world. So I knew if I was going to fly from Cayman to London, I wouldn't have any problems with my dog. So I moved out of my apartment in Miami early, went home to the Cayman Islands for a few months so that I could get my dog's paperwork sorted, and I flew from there to London. Well, actually, correction. I didn't actually make it into London with her because the UK has a rule where pets cannot arrive in the UK in cabin. They can only arrive in cargo. And so if you are a huge dog lover, as am I, and you travel with your dog frequently and the thought of putting your dog in cargo freaks you out, here's some options that I found works. So I ended up flying on Delta / Air France all the way through. So I flew from Grand Cayman to Atlanta, Atlanta to Boston on Delta, and then from Boston to France, I flew in Air France. The booking was made all through Delta's head office because Delta and Air France are partners. Both airlines have in-cabin pet policies that allow you to bring pets in cabin. And so that worked for me. Now, here's the thing. Getting to France to London was another debacle because the Eurostar, which is the train, which I thought I would be able to go on, doesn't actually allow you to bring pets on board. So that ruled that out. Then I was like, okay, I can catch the ferry. The ferry does not allow you to be an individual with a pet on board. So so through my research, one of the options that I did find was this pet relocator company, petrelocator.co.uk, I believe is the website. But the head of the company and the driver, his name is Darren Parsons, and he is the most amazing, most amazing, caring gentleman. Anyway, he picked me up at Charles de Gaulle Airport, me and my dog, and we then took the drive up to Calais, which is northern tip of France, which is actually the closest point between France and the United Kingdom because the space in the channel is much smaller there, and so that's actually where the tunnels are. And so he picked me up and we headed off to Calais. I think the drive to Calais was probably about 2.5 hours. The drive in the actual tunnel itself is probably about It's actually about 35 minutes, but then obviously, there's you have to go through like the border, you have to talk to like the pet people at the border and get your pet checked to make sure that your pet has all the requirements to enter the UK. And then you actually have to like get the car on the on the ferry, so it's a bit of a process doing that. So account for an additional hour there. Then the drive from the tip of the United Kingdom into London was probably about another hour and a half to 2 hours, mostly because the traffic in London is kind of insane. But that was the process that I took to bring my pet into the UK. And I'm just happy that I made it. I've been here for 2 days. I'm staying in an Airbnb right now that does accept pets. We're still getting our feet, our bearings, and we're still trying to figure things out. I still don't know what area I'm going to live in. I still don't know any of that, but I am feeling my way around the UK. So this is going to be my ongoing video journal where I document the things that I learn, the things that I figure out, and in hopes that, if you're moving to London from the States or from anywhere else in the world and you're just trying to figure out how to do it and you have a pet, hopefully what I learn will help you. So keep listening, guys. I will be shooting you guys continuous videos and posting them up for you to watch, learn, and take notes. Until then, bye.